sweet blackberry jam. Iced tea on the veranda in rocking chairs. Down home tasty, don't put on airs. It's a Tennessee waltz in Tennessee time, taking me back to that sweet love of mine. Just a change in my watch and a change in my line. I'll be with you tonight, you're just in my mind. Moonshine nectar from Grandpa's still will cure much more than a Yankee pill. Down in the valley or on Rocky Top, the lure of home, it will never stop. It's a Tennessee waltz in Tennessee time, taking me back to that sweet love of mine. Just a change in my watch and a change in my life. I'll be with you tonight, if just in my mind. Well, I'm stuck here up on the Mason-Dixon line, but as long as you're there, I'm on Tennessee time. Your pillow, the cold smells of your perfume, the essence of you fills up this old room. I set my watch to your courthouse tower, so I can feel close to you each passing hour. Mississippi River to Appalachian Trail, it's home, sweet home for this southern belle. Whenever you wander, wherever you roam, in Tennessee time you'll find your way back home to me. It's a Tennessee waltz, it's in Tennessee time, taking me back to that sweet love of mine. Just a change in my watch and a change in my life. I'll be with you tonight, just in my mind. So whenever you wander, wherever you roam, in Tennessee time you'll find your way back home to me.
So, okay, we're here with Unsigned World, and we're here today with Katherine C.H.E.
Yes, hello.
And you probably saw her show that just came on just prior to this one, Music in the Hamptons.
Music in the Hamptons, that's right.
So how's everything going?
Good, really good, yeah.
So we're going to talk about your campfire sessions,
Awesome.
and your different. This album this is not even a year old. This is only a few months old, right?
Well, it's almost a year old, actually. I released it, by the time this airs, it'll be a year old, because I released it September 15 of 2016.
And this one did extremely well on Amazon, I understand.
It did, yeah. It hit #1 in the folk music category and #2 in the singer-songwriter category.
So that's excellent.
Yeah, thank you.
That's good. Yeah, that's really cool. And so, is this the style of music that you normally do, or do you deviate from that at all?
Well, I've actually been asking myself that a lot lately. What style is my music? And this particular CD, I really dug into my folk roots. I grew up in Nashville, Tennessee, and really learned about music literally sitting around campfires. And whether they were in people's backyards, or we would go camping, or by the lake, or whatever it was, sitting around a campfire, people pull out the guitars and the banjos and whatever instruments were around and sing songs, folk songs. And so this CD was kind of a response to all the crazy stuff going on in the world, to take things back to a simpler time. And for me, my touchstone musically is folk music. So this has a really strong folk vibe. In fact, I mixed in sounds of the campfire. I mixed in the sounds of the crickets. And it's very simple. It's just, other than that, me and my guitar. So it is really meant to feel like you're sitting around a campfire listening to folk songs.
So it's a relaxing So it's a relaxing thing.
Yeah.
Not maybe not driving around in your car. Maybe.
Well, maybe not if you're tired. Yeah. Yeah.
Tell me about your show came on about 2-3 years ago,
Yes.
and where you're doing full interviews with a lot of local people, where my show is more international people, or everywhere and such.
Yeah.
But your show is actually doing extremely well as well.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I enjoy it. I've done a lot of episodes now, and the musical community here locally, as you know, is really deep and diverse. And so there are always new people. Just today, before we went on the air, you were telling me about some people I'd never even heard of, musicians, great musicians here. So there are always new people to find and talk to and hear the backstories. I'm fascinated with people's stories. So, but back to the question, reminds me that I'm leaning more now, since I made that CD a year ago, I'm realizing that I'm leaning more in the pop direction, and that's probably going to be more of my home base in the future.
Oh, wicked. Yeah. And you're going to record a new single or a new album?
A new single right now, and I have an album in mind, but I want to get this single out. Kind of responding to all the crazy stuff going on in the world. I think, I keep wanting to pump messages about love in my music out into the world. So I have a new idea, so hopefully that'll be out very soon.
And is there any response from radio airplay from this?
No, I really hadn't. It was a big surprise. I didn't set out to get the top rating on Amazon, but when it organically, I think, went to number 3 or number 5. It got really close, and I thought, wow. I was excited when it hit 50, and then I looked at it was 40, and then, wow. And I thought, well, I'm so close now, I'll make a little bit of a push. But I hadn't really set it up to get it out to radio. I hadn't set it up. The whole idea was to have something that I could connect with people all around the world, and I could sell the CD or give away songs, just to connect with a broader audience. So that was kind of my personal goal with it, and it was just a fun bonus that it did so well on Amazon.
So wicked. Now the songs that we've done, if there would have been one song already played.
Yes.
What would have been the first one? The first one we did today, what was that?
The Tennessee Time.
Right, and let's talk about that.
Yeah. Well, that song, I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, and it's kind of a triple love song. So I love love, and I love love songs. And so the first way it's a love song is it's an ode, a love song to my home state of Tennessee, and it sings all about things that I remember from growing up. And the second way, it's inspired by a true story. A friend of mine who I grew up with in Nashville, when she now lives in Washington, D.C., but she went home to take care of her mom who was sick. And when she got back home to her new home in Washington, D.C., her husband showed her his watch and said, "Look, sweetheart, I set my watch to Tennessee time while you were away so I'd feel closer to you." And she just thought that was the sweetest. So she asked me to write a song about it. So that was it. And then I realized recently that there's a third way. It's a love song because it's an ode to the delicious food that I love from Tennessee that I can't get here, like country ham or red-eye gravy and certain things like that. So, yeah. This song is dear to my heart.
Okay, and then the second song we did, let's call it the second song, not the Music in the Hamptons one.
Yeah,
but
Here's to You, My Friend.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that was also inspired by another friend who was having a birthday, and I wanted to write a song for her. And then as I started getting into it, I realized, we all have friends. It's kind of, the friends or the family we get to choose, and that's really the point of that, celebrating friendship and raise a glass to your friends. Here's to you, my friend.
Now, let's talk about this Music in the Hamptons song.
Well, it's just called In the Hamptons.
Okay.
And
okay, the show is called Music in the Hamptons. Sorry,
Music in the Hamptons. And I actually use some of that song for the intro. But that song, actually, I wrote after Hurricane Irene blew through here.
How long ago was that?
That was, I think, was that 2011?
I don't know.
2013. It was several years ago. So I wrote it after Hurricane Irene blew by. We dodged it. We didn't get the direct hit, but I lost power. And I was without power, I don't know, for 5 days maybe. And this was about the third day in, and it was August, and so it was hot, because after a hurricane blows through, the sky is clear and it just beats down and you get really hot.
Going to the beach or just taking a drive. I'm finally in the Hamptons, I've arrived. I'm in the Hamptons. Ooh la la, baby, in the Hamptons. All week long I've been praying for some sun, 'cause when I'm in the Hamptons I just wanna have fun. I'm in the Hamptons. Ooh la la, baby, in the Hamptons. Well, you can call me up number 631. I'll be chilling in my hot tub when the day is done. I'm in the Hamptons. Ooh la la, baby, in the Hamptons. I'll be texting all day, it's alright. We're gonna find the very best party tonight in the Hamptons. Ooh la la, baby, in the Hamptons. Gala after gala, band after band, making love to my baby in a lifeguard stand. We're in the Hamptons. Ooh la la, baby, in the Hamptons. Never seen so many stars shining in the sky, or just hanging on the beach, and that's why we're in the Hamptons. Ooh la la, baby, in the Hamptons. We got fancy cars, A-list movie stars. We got sunshine and fine wine, farm stands, hot bands, windmills, and cheap thrills, billionaires.
And so I had no power, and I'm on a well, so I had no water. So I was feeling really gross and grungy, and I was out in the backyard in the middle of the afternoon, hot, frying an egg over my charcoal grill in a cast iron skillet, and feeling just the opposite of glamorous. And I started getting the giggles because, people have this image of the Hamptons who don't live here, don't really know anything about the area, as being so glamorous. And I just felt like the flip side of that in that moment. And I started giggling. I was like, ooh la la, baby, here I am frying my egg. Ooh la la, here I am in the Hamptons, And so that night by candlelight, I wrote the song. And then when I released it, it's just a cute little boppy song. But when I released it, I didn't realize that the term, the Hamptons, is very controversial. That a lot of, and I understand, a lot of local people feel like, they're not from the Hamptons, they're from the individual towns. And, but I didn't know that. I was just totally naive to that.
So
and
people start taking offense to it, or getting a little weird about it.
Yeah, real big pushback. And I wasn't at all prepared for that, because it's just a sweet, boppy, silly song. That's in my mind. But, there were a lot of people who took exception to the whole notion of it.
Well, like I said, you can't please everybody.
No, you definitely cannot.
All right. And we also have, we've got a book here, Be True Rich. And go ahead, let's talk about that.
So it's a book that I wrote before I started focusing on music. I was doing
let's have a look at it.
Yeah.
Let's get something real close up.
Yep, 3 simple keys to live your good life now. Because you can really shift your life just by shifting the way you view things in your life. Just now, your life can just change. But I wrote this book based on my coaching that I was doing before I started focusing on music. That's what I was doing, was life coaching. And this kind of encapsulates the philosophy of what I was teaching people. And basically it boils down to do what you love. And love what you do, and to just kind of try to find ways in your mind and in your life to infuse as much love into everything that you do and everything that you are.
Well, I always say, if you love what you do, then you'll never work a day in your life.
Absolutely, exactly. So after I wrote it, I wrote it really quickly, but then, it took a few months of editing. But then when I got my first hard copy in my hands, I sat down and read it again. And when I did that, it was something different. It felt different. And I realized I wasn't following my own advice, that I enjoyed coaching because I was good at it, and I could see the results for the people I was coaching, and that was kind of fun. But where my heart was music. And when I was little, when I first really was immersed in music, I didn't have the confidence to do anything with it. And after I read my own book, I decided that if I didn't do it now, I never would do it. So I just dropped everything. I didn't even promote the book. I just kind of have it on my website, but that was it. Dropped everything and just started focusing on music.
So you took your own advice.
I finally took my own advice. Yeah.
Which is always good to do.
That's right.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so that's Be True Rich, 3 Simple Keys to Live Your Good Life Now
Yeah.
by Catherine CHE.
Yeah. So
Make
it's
sure
on
you
my
go out.
website,
And the website is?
KatherineCHEmusic.com.
Okay, and the Facebook is the same?
Well, most everything else is just Katherine CHE. So Twitter's at Katherine CHE, Facebook's / Katherine CHE, pretty much Instagram /.
Okay, so we'll have all that listed all on the credits. Okay, great. Okay, thanks.
Great.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, this is called Here's to You, My Friend, and it's a brand new song.
We've known each other so long now, I cannot remember before. We see each other for who we are, embracing even our flaws. Friends are family, who we get to choose. A true friend lasts, a true friend lasts, a true friend lasts lifelong. Here's to you, my friend, we're far from the end. My pledge to you is to always be the friend to you, you are to me. Here's to you, my friend. Fun, tears, laughter, seen it all through the years. Boyfriends and weddings and birth of our children and triumphs and hard times all. Here's to you, my friend, we're far from the end. My pledge to you is to always be the friend to you, you are to me. Here's to you, my friend. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We've known each other so long now, we don't have to say a thing. We cheer each other on in life, no matter win or lose. Friends are family, who we get to choose. Let's raise a glass to our, let's raise a glass. Let's raise a glass to our friends. Here's to you, my friend, we're far from the end. My pledge to you is to always be the friend to you, you are to me. Here's to you, my friend. Here's to you, here's to you, here's to you, my friend.
I always said you had style. I travel halfway around the world just to see you smile. I always said you had style. I'll travel halfway around the world just to see you smile. Just to see you smile.
ฉันคงเกิดฉันยังพร้อมช่วยเธอเสมอเพียงตัวเธอไม่หนีไปเสียก่อนจะปลอบดวงใจให้เธอหายร้าวรานจะเป็นสะพานให้เธอเดินไปแน่นอนจะเป็นสายน้ำ
Okay, we're still here in Bangkok, and you might see in this video some familiar faces from other videos. Sam the tailor is here. Kitty Pot is also here. So, yeah, all the stories tend to tie in. This is A.
My name is A Sackapee พันชันวิทย์สวัสดีครับ
And he is the premier guitar builder in all of Thailand.
Thank you for you make me the honors like this, but I'm just the another guy that who's make the guitar in Thailand. Now,
Well, he's making custom-made guitars. You make them one at a time.
yes, I do that way. The custom made is make me feel better when I want to present my art piece like that. The
And,
custom is
and these are made for mostly Thai people, or they're made from people around the world?
not all around, but to many countries. Scotland, Ireland, Australia, Finland, US, and Thai.
So it's around the world.
Not yet.
And you're working on one now. You've got this piece here.
Yes.
And
now,
this...
Now is the last piece. The last is the last one. It's number 89. This
This one coming up.
yes. It's coming up like a Martin HD 28 Golden Era. The model is from Martin.
But do you prefer, or do you make cutaway guitars, or only full body?
Depend on the customer that like. I do the cutaway is soft cutaway and sharp cutaway that I do all the things that the customer is like.
And do you do the electronics as well, or do you have to have someone else do that?
I can put the electronic system in a acoustic free of charge, but the customer will give me all the system.
So the pickups that they want, AP5 or
Yes,
something, they can
yes,
put
yes.
that in.
So they can choose anything, or maybe airbag, Fishman, or like that, another.
And so if somebody wants to have a guitar made, would they give you, just get an idea? Let's just say, I like this Martin D18. Can you make me something similar to that but better?
For the model or the first attractive is like a D18, but the sound quality is better than that. Because the custom guitar is made by one guy from start when you count the 0 to the 100. I am made all the thing by my ears, and everything is tap tune.
Right.
You get it?
Yeah.
The tap tune is a select every piece of wood and combination all the thing and make the sound is outstanding.
Can you give me an idea of a price? Just roughly idea, like let's just say, for example, this one. What would something like this, well, it's not complete, but when it's done, what would something like this?
For the price, example, this one is HD 28 Golden Era is around $3,250 for this one.
So it's very good guitar.
I do the best all every guitar that I made. So I think the client is would proud to get the custom guitar, or maybe it's not mine. Maybe it's all the luthier around the world. When he get a custom guitar, he just tough.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe we'll have to get one made for me then.
Sure, why not? With my pleasure.
Yeah. Okay, great. So that was A. So we're just here looking at all the guitars and all the workmanship that's going on, just the tools. It is a bit dirty here, but that's right because it is a workshop.
Yes.
So
It's not very clean a workshop, but my style Thai workshop. I'm just trying a little bit
right.
because everything is roughly. It's like a jungle.
Okay, great. All right, cheers then. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I always said you had style. I travel halfway around the world just to see you smile. I always said you had style. I'll travel halfway around the world just to see you smile. Just to see you smile.